first guest tonight is an Oscar, Emmy, and Tony-nominated actor. You know from his work in Atlanta and movies like Causeway and Bullet Train. He stars in Transformers 1, which is in theaters September 20th. Let's take a look.
How do we use these things? I don't know. Just try. It's working. It's working. My head. My head. All right. Help. This is not faster. Alarm! And transform. Wheels! I need wheels!
Please welcome back to the show, Brian Tyree Henry, everybody. Hello, friend.
Wow, hey!
I'm so happy to have you here.
It's been too long.
It has been too long.
Yeah, man.
And this is a fun reason to have you back. And I think what that clip shows is this tonally, this is was a lot of fun.
It really was, man. It was incredible to get asked to be Megatron, one of the most iconic villains of all time.
Yeah.
And I was like, this kind of feels typecast a little bit.
Yeah. But you're not, I don't find you a villainous of soul.
Give it time.
Okay. I guess I just see you in short chunks.
Yeah, just little. It's been a few years.
Yeah,
things have changed.
You've gotten dark.
Yeah.
Well, it's interesting. This is that Optimus Prime and Megatron were friends. This is like an origin story.
Yeah, this is the very beginning with the Transformers. You know, we always see the Transformers on Earth with humans. This one has no humans. Humans mess things up. So
Yeah.
we're like, get them out of here.
Right.
And so we're back on their home planet Cybertron, and they're like, probably, I say, like 2021. They're trying to figure out who they are, and they're best friends. And then, you know, you go along for the ride and realize that sometimes friends, you know, we've all had those friends, right?
Yeah.
That we're no longer friends with.
And then
she was like, yeah.
She was
like, you
right
know what
next
I'm
to the
talking
lady
about.
next to her.
But so hopefully this movie will counsel all that at the end of the day.
But this is, I mean, you are not just drawn to role as a villain. Even as a kid, is it true that you would play with the villain toys?
I had no choice. So my parents, when I was young, always gave me villain toys.
Why?
I think this was the role I was built to play. So I think because they were cheaper, and I think because like they were all that was left.
Okay.
So they were like, he'll love it. He'll love it. And I did. So I played with them like they were hero toys. Like I just never had any qualms with playing with villains.
You don't care for the word villain.
I don't care for the word villain.
What?
I feel like they get a bad rap.
Okay.
You know?
But don't you feel like they're getting called out because of their villainous behavior?
That's semantics, I think.
Okay, yeah. We're getting caught up in semantics.
Look,
What would you prefer we call them?
I don't know. You know, misplaced emotional baggage carriers?
Okay. Yeah, all right. There we go. We got some of them here tonight. But this is not new. You've like had these feelings about good and evil, like
True.
even as a kid.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's not a thing kids put a lot of stock into, right? Like my kids are very black and white because again, you know, they see movies, they see TV shows.
Wait, your kids are black and white?
Yeah.
I knew it!
Yeah. Now everybody's like, why aren't you more suspicious? And I'm like, why?
Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed,
By the way, there's no gray area.
No gray.
Some are white
And some are black. Never the two. Yeah, I get it, Seth. I knew that about you, though. Yeah, man, I don't know. Like, I was a kid in a house full of adults. So by the time I was around, everyone was like, what the hell are we doing with this kid? So I was like, well, I'll make it entertaining. And so, like, I remember when I was in kindergarten, I would go to school dressed as Freddy Krueger every day.
Wow.
Like, there were missing butter knives in this house all the time. And it was great. Like, I didn't know that I was traumatizing my classmates. But boy, did that sweater look great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you do have a sartorial style, right? Like, you're going to put on a sweater if it looks great. And I have a few questions about your red carpet.
Oh, yeah.
You've been crushing.
Have I?
You've been crushing.
Oh, thank you.
Well, first of all, this one I had to, like, I mean, I barely could find you because you had Megatron.
I was blending in, right? That's the whole point.
There's
That's me.
Yeah. But now these are some choices. I mean, very, just wonderful
Oh,
stuff.
man, thank
What's
you.
this look? How?
I don't know. This was for the Fire Inside premiere at TIFF. I just wanted to feel regal, you know? Like,
Very regal.
I just wanted a sash. More men need to sash it up.
You sashed it up, and then this is a great look, too.
Thanks, man. You guys are so... You're very kind.
Yeah.
I like a very open pant.
Yeah.
That sounds terrible.
No.
Like, you know, open. I just like playing with shapes
Yeah.
and forms. It's fun.
I mean, I guess if you started Freddy Krueger, it's progress to just like,
Exactly.
open
Freddy Krueger
plan.
is a fashion icon.
Yeah.
So, like,
And then I have a question. Be
Please.
honest. I went to
Okay.
the Emmys last night,
Okay.
and I don't take a big swing like you, but what do you think?
you look pretty amazing.
Oh, that's very kind. I feel like
It's very black and white. There's
it's
no
very
gray.
black and white.
You
It's
know?
like I like to when I dress that way, it reminds me of my family.
Can we talk about how fit you are, though? Like,
Thank you. I
what's-
would mostly like the rest of this to be that.
Okay. Done. Say
Keep it
less.
tight.
Say
Keep it
less,
tight.
baby.
Wait, I got a big question for you because again, you're in a franchise like this.
Yeah.
This is the only thing I'd want to know when I take on a role like Megatron. Do you get your own toy?
I think that they're waiting to see how I do on this press before I get my toys.
Gotcha.
I know.
So they're like keeping it.
Yeah, they're like,
as a carrot.
let's see if he really wants this Megatron. How bad
Okay.
does he want it? And I want it bad. So
Yeah.
like, I'm gonna.
I mean, your own toy. Have you had your own toy yet?
No. Well, yes. When I did Eternals, there's
Okay,
like
there you go.
like there were fastest toys. There was a Happy Meal fastest toy.
All right, so that's good.
Cool.
So
yeah.
this is how well your career's going. You're
that's how
almost
you
on your
gauge it.
second toy.
That's how you gauge it. Have you made Happy Meal toy status? And like when you get your own like life-size version toy.
Oh, that's
like,
a real deal.
So that's what I'm aiming for.
I got more to ask you. We'll be right back with Brian in a few seconds.